defense is living in college, so if you're injecting your back in your advantage team, you have to have a plan. If you're using that hybrid ball as he develops his pass rush team. So I think for those teams who are looking at these pass rushers, it is very important to what is your plan, what do you need from them, and then to pay attention to their
Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And nice 7-yard shot on the opening snap of this game.
Cool thing about a drive starting with a move like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with Williams. Bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pick up of 12 on that play. That's good for a Dallas first down. And if these guys are not careful, he's going to run this opening through right into the end zone.
I think we're seeing and feeling an offensive rookie running back who've come ready to play. This defense, they may want to buckle their chin straps a bit.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Another run for Williams. They're able to drive into the hole.
Plays like that, it's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Hey, we're not going to lie. Everybody's saying those kick for way today.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
I said, we're not going to have a lingering hamstring injury. Our field days off of this update this week.
Running here with Jaden Blue. Across the 50 and start pushing on the opposing side of the field. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's hold on the stat sheet. If you see a bigger play on the ground later on, maybe because of a play just like that one, softening up the front, opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3.
Fresh off board, 21 touchdowns this season, breaking the record held by Jerome Bettis.
The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
That's the intrigue, and a position that seems to be devalued there.
Snap in, here's Prescott. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go on down.
Challenged by the offense. Get one more stop to get off the field. That's exactly what they did.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Right away here, Goff. He put everything he had into this one. It's caught at the 10-yard Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions don't need long to take a 6-0 lead.
It's all that into it. It's a drive. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that game. Right from the jump, you know when to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could like to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sends it through. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
I think it will translate because when I watch that turn delay,
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Repeatedly programmed phones. You have excellent instincts from Jones and to route recognition, closing the ball.
First down, here's Dan. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. It's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
One thing we don't have for balls, we don't have that radar. But if we did, Gabe, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength.
As long as
Just
you're
show
going to
it
lead Rams coach Sean McVay and take headline as offensive coordinator, and it's not just creative modeling. Hired at 30, then the youngest coach to reach a Super Bowl, which only won. Imagine if staff had said Landon Nichols' job with their own. There's sure one job starts to compete in 2025. It's rare opportunity and rare advance.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere. If you start smelling the end zone, they really want a fair chance. They will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7.
The game that's kind of pretty.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away.
I got exposed to this guy.
He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to send them up just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to Suggs. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Forcing the hurry up here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not off the chain.
I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly, so he can take it to the house.
On 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. Down the left sideline he goes. At the 20. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that we said is finish, because you want to have that mindset even early in the game that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's a great word to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Reed says all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all on that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. One play in Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Prescott on 1st and 10. The Lions are there to bring him down. Offense to the line fast.
The amount of detail that's always been told, the amount of also communication as that drawer and you have to do. And so I do believe things going to deal, and so a lot of respect for the guy.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. You're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta nobody wants.
What's the best way to be able to mesh all the best parts of them into what when you try to do one year to year and you can be consistent.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit.
And that's like when you watch the base,
I know you feel the same questions I do from people. Will you ever read interest in the game, or is it hard to not root for your home team or anything like that? No, the only thing we root for, to be honest, is a close game. And right now, with this kind of start, it doesn't feel like we're going to have one.
Great snap for the point after. The point after splits the upright. The Lions double their lead to 14.
At the same time, you'll see things that are
Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away.
Formations and firing, you know, the receiver for ball.
Here's Jalen Tolbert. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
You see on the screen there, you know, because you're always looking for something on running schemes, leads to hold the backside, and you're about to be pushing up or down on more. I think when you look at all of that, these you maintain the tight end for these ball, because if you don't a ball, then the rest of this to me will catch
Dallas
up
getting
to you.
everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
About, you know, his time as a play caller and that.
Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. Ryan Jake Ferguson. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It looks like it was just enough throwing the ball to his feet.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that, just trust factor, that connection we see with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Entire offensive scheme, when the personnel say, shifted. They ran 13 personnel. 44%
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 21-7 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. On the left side, Williams with it. And he's going out to midfield in Lions territory. Minute 6 on the play, bring up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result at the end of it every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they will face a third down here, Brock, but not by much. Whenever there's a challenge for it, he reaches the 43. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs. And up front he left, it's Blue. He's past the 25. They're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They took it about 33 yards. That's good for Bill's first down.
Best run games in this league on balance can run it inside. They just showed right there doing damage on the outside.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10.
Which makes me think they might need to take the receiver there. Like there's something that's what you just
These linebackers today, they are so quick, they're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick around the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
They go at 13. Only 2 more selections for the Rams.
Getting ugly early, intercepted again. And the Lions will take over as this gets pulled out to the 20-yard line.
John Day, Rams head coach.
First and goal here, coming from the shotgun.
So we didn't have a tighter look involved in more for contact on Friday. Before you say,
Off from his end zone, and that's going to be a safety. You know, generally down around your own end zone, you're thinking less of driving the length of the field. Initially, you're just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill. This can be equally important. Just get that first down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Defense
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Madden is a game of knowledge. Not just your knowledge of football, but your knowledge of the fundamental mechanics of the game itself. So in this video, I'm giving you guys even knowledge with 8 mistakes every 9 quarters to go, and I promise that implementing these strategies will win more games. So if that sounds good to you, then let's get started. So pro tip number 1 is use comeback routes to elevate your passing game. I was talking to a top
coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Escapes the pocket. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. They've helped them get this early lead, Brock, and they are just continuing to do their part to try to push this game further out of reach.
Yep, stepping on the gas. That's twice in a row now. Interceptions the last 2 drives. Now this offense has an opportunity to continue to build momentum and build on this lead.
To the right to hold in by Laporta. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions
Working inside the red zone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-out completion that nets them a 1st down.
first and goal. Detroit.
Gibbs. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. They go to him again. And he will not be denied a 2nd time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just roll. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
So they stick with the hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball. He won't be denied.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Back to the air, Prescott. And down he goes, the Lions rush gets home. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
Okay, that was so good. Two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
They're in long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. We have seen this happen before, Potter. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spend quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing. Like, stop throwing.
And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Nope. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another. And the question if you are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Tolbert now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8. Now the Lions calling the timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Give to Williams from the gun. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
A loss of 3 brings up second and
Dak off the play fake. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on second and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, that's find a way to win.
And the stand continues. Stopped at the line. It's now 4th and goal. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Aubrey puts it through. And that brings it back within 3 scores at least. The gap now 24.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points. A little bit of feel-good momentum.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Jacob Sailors now to return it.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is the worst case. Instead, coverage team sticks them with a really long field ahead.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to go. To the right, he's got to Sloan. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Goff to the air now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing from the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Goff back to throw. He launches this one up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Tolbert now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet to this, and they pick him off again. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Here comes the final play of our first half.
We go top. 20.
He'll throw it. And this one is launched downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Bates now for the point after. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return. Makes the tackle, and he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, gone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, but he'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun, gone. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Screen here for Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that can't go wrong. I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field. Not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. Throwing again, here's Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete as that gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st down, here's Dak. That's caught by Williams. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Dak to the air here. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Hey, kill!
Dak now from the gun. Oh no, they get him yet again. Terrion Arnold has it. 40, the 30, hits the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted. Again, that is usually what you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Tolbert now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Dallas pass, getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Here we go, 40. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. That throw behind his intended target.
Oh boy,
They're
man.
going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Throwing again is Dan. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Pickens, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10.
Here we go, 46.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Snap coming up.
Off the thing.
That is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
47.
Dak throwing again. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Has him on the quick hitter. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Design quarterback run here. Goff has him knocked out. And this is going to be Cowboys football.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when they're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively, and that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dive.
Oh, God, man.
Like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Prescott now on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Prescott to throw once more. That's Flournoy. He's got it. And unsurprisingly, Brock, he's not going to get the first here. So failing to see the thinking behind that one as they turn it over on downs.
Well, there was no way that defense was going to pass up on that opportunity. I dare to say that was the most energetic and frenzied we've seen them all game. I don't think they could believe the offense would go for it that deep in their own territory.
Oh, no.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Gibbs. They're ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Goff on 3rd. Buys time, rolling right. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Into a crowd, and intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it up. Well, they hit one last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense too locked in, coming up with the interception.
Yeah, it's the work they do on those first 3 downs to get to this 4th down, like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on 4th down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. And oh, by the way, a few style points and added to the stat sheet with the INT.
Here go 46.
Prescott out of his end zone. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big game downfield. Into the red zone. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
I've seen a lot of plays in the play call. I don't think I've seen a play designated for a 98, 99-yard touchdown, but you will take it. That defense, I think they're over-aggressive, and the offense made a pay, and made a pay in a big-time way.
Brian Schottenheimer wants his guys to get 2 more here.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
47.
Prescott's going to throw for it. And this is caught for 2. Not going to do much against that deficit, but hey, at least a positive add-on to that touchdown. You know what? Good for them, man. This one's pretty out of hand, but hey, they're still putting in the effort, still putting up points before heading home today.
How do you eat an elephant cake?
Ooh, I love that one. One bite at a time.
1 2-point conversion at a time. 8 points at a time. When you're down this big, that's all you can do on your side is just keep on digging and keep on eating bite by bite.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Left, on. Block 20.
Not to turn by that pick. He's thrown again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hey, 76. 76. Louis.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. To the air on 3rd and long. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that every defensive preaches it, but when you can score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Offense up to the line fast.
17 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. George Pickens, the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to throw toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance. Some questions already after a disappointing kick return, and the penalty only serves to worsen their starting field position. From the gun, Goff. Finds him over the middle. And this gets him well away from danger as he is up past their 20. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yards.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to go. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't honed the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force a 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here comes the 4th down snap to go. It's on target to Williams. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. Now a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4. It's Lions football, and Brock, they've got to be happy about the great lead they built. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Again, Goff bails out of the pocket quick. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Completed over the middle. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They gain 11 on that play. That is good for a Detroit first down. Throwing again. Here's Goff. This one to Williams out left side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing again. It's Goff. It's his running back. He goes out a little short of the 40. Within 8 on that one. And the Lions have a first down. Now throw again. Goff. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay. No one connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He rolls to his right. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions throwing 6 more on the blowout. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. That's caught by Williams. And this one doesn't go far.
I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the gun is Prescott. This is going to be down to just about the opposing 36 for their next snap. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Working quickly here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
47. 26.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
54. Why? 26.
And they pick him off again. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Forced out to his right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got it down the sideline. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Give him 37 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down. Up to the air now. Short pass brought in. He has room past the 25. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Lions have a first down. He's going to throw it again. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's second down.
Here's Gall. Sends this to the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Lions rolling here in the Laffer. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Fourth down, Goff throwing. He's trying to go deep again. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down, it's got to be something from a short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner. As he continues making risky decisions with the football. Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on second down. Back to the air. Prescott. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Dak. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders are all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Third and long. Prescott. Back to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best trait, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, 46, 46. Kill. Here we go, 46.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that's going to wind up incomplete as that gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on these stud tight ends, that's big time.
He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. You know, Brock, that would have been a little bit of surprise here. As pass-heavy as this league has become, that this record isn't at least challenged a little more often. But finally, just like that, someone has conquered it.
And now, Kate, now there is a new single-game record for everyone to chase when it comes to those passing yards. I know as a former quarterback, we love seeing this record challenged. We want to see just how high people will take it in the future.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Took his shot at 6 that time, and that brings up 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone.
And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Lions continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
All right, I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Game well decided. How does a former player like yourself feel about that decision?
Yeah, whatever you think your answer is, Kate, you're right. I don't think there's anybody that likes this, and I don't think it really is a case when you're up this big. You're just trying to embarrass your opponent, and you better be careful.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Kill. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Throwing again is Dak. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Dak to the air here. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. No reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Lions get the win on the road. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Dallas.
playbook, so that is going to fit. So we're going to live ranking for the top 5 offensive playbooks, and that is going to fit. That's divided up the scoreboard. So starting off at number 5, the Los Angeles Chargers playbook has some of the most unique plays formations in the entire game. We're going to look at 3 different formations, but right here we're starting off in the formation run, fly off, twist, split. This also has been known in the past as Houston. It's also been known as playbook. Now it's here in the Chargers playbook. The formation is here with both tight end looks. When people talk about tight end looks, they often talk about how Dave is as a man beater, because we have this huge shallow post and this tight end whip route. I want to show you guys how this is also a great zone beater as well.